Hey everybody, Michael Snyder. California Weather Watch. Today is April 14th, and right now we are looking at the infrared satellite imagery. You can see the state of California right here, the Hawaiian Islands to the bottom left. The Pacific Ocean is here, and check out our storm system. Still right off the coastline here, kicking up some big wave action, and it's got some thunderstorm potential for some of Southern California today. You can see the next plume of moisture moving through. We had a pretty good shot of rain across a lot of the state yesterday as well. And there's going to be some snowfall for the higher terrain. We're going to have some wraparound moisture, and you can see that on the back side of this low coming out of the northeast. It'll be with us through the day today. And then we'll take a look at the extended forecast. Looks like we are going to have a ridge build here, and we're going to start to warm up as we go through this upcoming week. So taking a look at, if I scroll all the way back towards yesterday afternoon, you can see that nice plume of moisture moving across the area. Nice shot of rainfall for some of Santa Barbara and Ventura County, Los Angeles County, some of the higher terrain, San Bernardino County. And you can see just a few showers maybe move through San Diego. It really lost its punch as it moved south. But you can see we are going to be due for another round as we go through the day today. Already some showers starting to approach the Los Angeles metro, and there is thunderstorm potential with this as well. You can see all the thunderstorm activity up across Oregon yesterday, and some of that could dive back down towards Northern California as we go through the day today. Now, taking a look at some of the snowfall for the higher terrain, you can see Mount Shasta is here. It's not talking about much for Siskiyou Summit, but the snow levels are going to be kind of low here, so you might want to watch out if you're going back and forth across I-5. And you can see some in northern Nevada and northeast California getting some snowfall here as well. And here we go down towards the Sierra Nevada. As you can see, 3,500 to 4,000 feet, but we are starting to taper off some of that moisture. And you can see high 80 here, but it doesn't take much, again, to make things slick, so maybe some minor impacts. Southern California, there's some high surf advisories out there, some winter weather advisories are going to get some snowfall for the higher terrain here as we go through this afternoon and evening as well. Now, looking at projected rainfall totals, this is issued this morning by San Diego National Weather Service. You can see not too much showing up here. Hopefully, you can squeeze maybe a tenth of an inch out for some areas. A little bit better across the higher terrain. And the further north you go towards the Los Angeles metro, maybe a tenth of an inch or two. But again, there could be thunderstorm activity in some locally higher amounts with that. Now, taking a look at 500 millibars, 18,000 feet. And you can see the storm system right off the coastline here. And there's California, Hawaiian Islands, the bottom left. Let's put that into motion, and you can see that the storm system is going to be kicking out as we go through tonight into tomorrow morning. And there's kind of a trough still digging across some of the Pacific Northwest there, the Intermountain West, but we start to build a bit of a ridge, as you can see, as we go through this week. You can see the ridge right here, and this will be known as a trough. And then as we get a little bit further out into the extended forecast, kind of that ridge hanging on for a bit. Now, taking a look at the European, this is as of right now, 5,000 feet. You can see the storm off the coastline here. This is temperature anomaly, so you can definitely see the cooler air mass associated with our storm system. Put that into motion here, and you can see this cold air hanging out as we go through Monday, but then you'll see that warmer air aloft start to take its place, and it's going to allow things to warm up yet again across a lot of the southwest as we head through this week coming up. So taking a look at the the high resolution rapid refresh composite reflectivity is what the Doppler radar may look like as we go through the day today. This is the 12 Zulu run here, so it's about 5 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And again, this is a high resolution model that runs every hour, but every 6 hours it goes out 48 hours. Every other hour it just goes out 18. So we have 48 hours of data to look at here. And you can see we're going to be bringing these shower activities here as we go on into this afternoon. Again, cannot rule out some lightning strikes with this activity or across Northeast California. And then as we go on in through this evening, you can still see some of these showers around out and about. Maybe even get one across the desert if we're lucky. And then you see the system kind of pivot, and now it's low pressure center would be across Utah at this time frame. And then we start to scroll out towards Monday afternoon. You'll notice the precipitation cutting off for much of California, mostly across portions of Utah and Colorado. And this is going to spawn some severe weather out across the plains as we go through the day Monday. And here's that thunderstorm outlook. I wouldn't rule out a thunderstorm across the Los Angeles metro here as well. And this is day 2. You can see how the storm system impacting us across California and the southwest is going to be ejecting out across the plains here. And there's some enhanced risk for some severe weather. This is for Monday. So taking a look at total precipitation in inches. This is a North American high resolution model that runs every 6 hours. And this is the one that ran at 5 a.m. this morning. So here we go as we look at the afternoon hours today. You can see some of these heavier amounts across the higher terrain, and probably some locally heavier amounts with some of these stronger showers that do move across the area. And you can see some not bad amounts across some of the peninsular ranges here just outside of the San Diego metro area. And then as we scroll on in towards Monday, you'll notice that precipitation does cut off for much of the area. Now, looking at total snow ratio, pay attention to Southern California here as well. Again, the North American model as of this morning. You can see some of the snow flying here as we go through this afternoon. And we're getting some snow across some of the central and southern Sierra Nevada. And again, that wraparound moisture bringing some to the Cascades and some of the very northern portions of the Sierra Nevada as well before that finally cuts off as we go on into the day Monday. So you can definitely see how things have cooled down over the last few days. Check it out, some 60s and only some lower 50s maybe today. For northern portions of the valley, but kind of a raw day across some of the Bay Area as well. Even the deserts have cooled down quite dramatically. But check out what is to come as we go through Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Check it out. That's 30 degrees difference here across maybe Redding, California, and the Bay Area definitely warming up as well. Southern California and the desert start to get hot again. Probably some 90s starting to show up as you can see, and maybe Death Valley hitting 100 by the time we go towards Friday. So definitely warming up as we go through this upcoming week. And we're not seeing any additional storms off into the extended as of right now, but we'll continue to watch for that. It can still change. We're still in April. We can still bring some of those storm systems in. Now, this is looking at the rainfall percent of average precipitation here since January 1st. And you can see Southern California has been very wet since the beginning of the year. And much of the state of California, a hit and miss a little bit across some of the desert areas and maybe some of the foothills there of the Sierra Nevada and portions of the central Nevada. But for the most part, the Southwest has been doing pretty well since the beginning of the year. However, since the water year, you can definitely see it's much more of a mixed bag here. Still Southern California doing quite well, but some areas across some of the valley areas in the Sierra Nevada foothills, Sierra Nevada, aren't doing that well. I mean, a lot of this area is 90 to 100% and even 70 to 100% and not too big of a deal. But you can see much more of a different picture there since the beginning of the water year, which starts on October 1st. And across the snow water equivalent for the lower Colorado Basin, doing quite well. Here's Lake Mead, 146%. So a lot of the Southwest doing quite well as far as the snowpack is concerned. And you can see where the lower basin area is, and we export it to Southern California here. So yeah, very important what the snow water equivalent there is doing. But yeah, anyway, eyes on the sky today, Southern California. These showers are going to be rolling in here, and I would not rule out maybe a brief water spout or even a brief tornado with some of this activity as we go through the day. A lot of cold air aloft still moving through. We got one more day of this as we go. But yeah, anyway, hope you guys are having a good day. Click like and subscribe. We'll do this again tomorrow, and I will talk to you guys then.